Hey guys, what's going on? It's Qwad here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a brand new video. It has been a while since I've uploaded a video, but I wanted to make sure that I did a good one when I came back. Today I'm going to be doing a big run through. A lot of you guys constantly request it. Just a bunch of advice on how to grow as a smaller streamer, especially if you're grinding for a team. But this applies to any of you guys, even if you aren't interested in teams, you're just wanting to grow. But as myself personally, I am a member of teams. I've been a lead around for a while. And so I have a lot of advice to give a bunch of you guys that might be, trying to work your way up the ladder. So to clarify what this video is going to be, this is going to be how to grow as a smaller streamer. So it's not necessarily a video on how to start up a stream. If you guys want to see me make a tutorial on all of that, I definitely can do that for you. I've made tutorials in the past showing you guys my settings, stuff like that. But right now I'm just going to be showing you guys how to improve your stream once you already have it all set up. Alright, so number one, the very most important thing for growing your stream is just communicate with your chat. It's really that simple. All you have to do is make sure that you have your chat somewhere on your monitor or one of your monitors, depends on how you have it. Or if you have a phone, you could have it up on your phone as well. Just make sure that you're constantly reading chat, because that's the number one thing that will drive viewers away from your stream. Nobody likes to show up to a brand new stream, especially if it's a small one, where you think that, because the main reason people watch small streamers is to communicate with that person. So if they go there and they have to wait for you to communicate back with them, they're likely going to leave. And that's just how it is. And obviously in certain scenarios, viewers will understand if you're in a big fight. I know BRs are a game where it's really hard to stay connected with the chat because there's so much going on all the time. But just try to find a moment at least to look over the chat, and if you see some new messages, you don't have time to read them, just acknowledge them. That's my best advice. That's what I do a lot of times, because I do get drowned into the games, and I get way too distracted, and I at least try to just let them know that I know they're there, and that I'll get to the message in just a second when I get a second to collect myself and read it. And it kind of goes along with communicating with your chat. The number two thing that I would say is most important for your stream is just getting good audio. Now, you don't have to invest into a really fancy microphone or anything like that. Just make sure the lowest microphone that I would recommend for you to get as a streamer is the Blue Snowball. And if you do not have a mixer set up with an XLR mic, I would recommend at least trying out Voicemeeter. It's an application on your PC that basically lets your mic sound a lot better. It basically acts as if it's a virtual mixer, and it lets you change a lot of things that you would be able to do with a normal mixer. And obviously there are some things that go wrong with it. You definitely got to do a lot of trial and error with it, but it is definitely worth at least trying out. That is my recommendation to you guys. Another thing I would recommend is trying out Reaper plugins. I still use them even with my mixer and XLR setup, which I just switched to. I love it. If you guys do consider going to the XLR, you can do it really cheap and then upgrade as you go. You guys can get a $30 mic and $30 mixer, and it will sound worlds better than a $100 USB microphone for the most part, from my experiences. But with Reaper plugins, I can make a separate tutorial on that if you guys would like to see that as well. But basic rundown on it is a way that you can go ahead and cut out background noise. And I know noise gates, a lot of people don't really understand noise gates. Noise gates basically make it so that your mic is cut off whenever it doesn't reach a certain peak. But there can still be background noise like your fan humming and stuff like that when you are using your mic with a noise gate. And so that's why I use the Reaper plugin FIR. It basically has a feature where you go ahead and you can subtract the audio that you just play when there's nothing going on, and then it'll take that, like your fans and all that stuff, into account, and then it'll negate that from your microphone. And that's what I use. I'm using that right now. So with my setup on OBS right now, I have it where I have my AT2020, my Behringer Xenix Q802 USB, and I have the compression and equalizer on my mixer, but I do also have the FIR and the noise gate with my Reaper plugins that I'm still using to this day. Then along with how you sound on your stream, you want to make sure that people actually can hear you as well. So you want to make sure that your microphone is above your friends' microphones, it's above the game audio, it's above your music. And that is very important, because you don't want to say something to a viewer and they can't understand you over everything else that's going on. My order that I would have it is I would have your voice, your friends' voices, then gameplay audio, and the music. Like gameplay audio, music, kind of, it depends on if you're just jamming out, just chilling out playing game, or if you're, you know, more focused on the game but you still want music there, so it's not just a bunch of dead silence at some points. But the best advice to check on that, you guys need to do this a ton, is enable VODs. It's really simple. You can just go over to your dashboard and enable VODs. It's under your settings. Just dig around in there a little bit. It's really easy to do. I don't know why Twitch doesn't do it by default, but they don't, so you got to go ahead and do it yourself. But once you have them enabled, go back and just check it. Scan through your VODs, see what you're doing wrong with communicating with chat. Maybe you can go ahead and see that you missed a message, and your audio levels are definitely something that you can check into within your VODs. Now, along beside audio, the next thing that you always think about is your video. Now, what you want to make sure that you do is everyone has a different setup. You might not have a great computer, you might not have great internet, but just do whatever you can that's best for you. Try to maybe lower your resolution, lower your frame rate, you know, your FPS that you have your stream running out in, or play around with your bitrate as well. Just play around with a lot of combinations. Try to you always want to go too high first and then drop it down. I experienced that myself some, where I had my quality running for a long time lower than I actually could have, and I didn't even realize that because I didn't try. I automatically just assumed that I couldn't run at the higher bitrate, and so now you know, that helps my quality out a ton. And so you want to try around with that a lot. And then beside that, you also want to try to play around with your face cam settings. I actually have a video that I did an entire run through on how to make your face cam look as good as possible. So go ahead and check that out on my channel. It is a video that I really enjoyed making. I think it does help a lot, so definitely check that out. And you guys also definitely want to go ahead and make sure that your scenes look clean. You do not have to jumble them up, throw a ton of stuff on there. This is one easy point of reference to make. Ninja, the biggest streamer in the world, doesn't have a border to his face cam. He just has his face cam and his logo at the bottom of the face cam. It doesn't have to be something that's, you know, super abstract. Just make it clean. There are a ton of overlays and, you know, all of that, and entire packs of stuff that you can use built into Streamlabs OBS. I do have a download link that you guys can check out down in the description below. And there are also other ways to get solutions. There are free options, but you can always also pay a graphic designer to make you custom graphics if you want that as well. There are a ton of great graphic designers out there that will do work for you on the cheap. Now, once you have everything figured out that I just mentioned, the main thing that you want to do is you want to go ahead and make sure that you can hold a consistent schedule. Now, this does not mean streaming daily. As a matter of fact, I personally would recommend not streaming daily. There's a ton of other things that you can do that will help your stream a lot more, rather than just make sure that you're live all the time. Now, this kind of ties in with the next subject, but the main thing that you want to do is make sure that you have your consistent schedule, stream around the same times, during the same days. If you can, definitely make sure that you have that posted down in your panels, maybe have it on your Twitter, post it wherever you can. Make sure that people know when they can make sure that they can see your stream live. And as I led into a little bit with that last subject, the last thing that you want to focus on, and this is one of the most important ones if you really want to make sure that you grow, is make sure that you do a bunch of stuff outside of your stream. Post videos to YouTube if you have content. Maybe make some stream highlights, maybe have videos that tie in highlights from your stream. Or you can even just make your own content that is separate from your stream but can still draw people into your stream, such as I'm doing now. I do stream myself. I have a schedule that's kind of fluctuating right now with work, but I stream myself all the time. So if you guys want to check that out, down in the description if you want to see anything that I have going on with my stream. But you want to make sure that you reach out to other platforms. Like I said, YouTube, there's also Instagram. Instagram is so underrated for posting your clips. You can make sure that you use hashtags that are tied to your clips. Just make sure with Instagram that you don't just make it you posting about yourself going live. Make it actual content that people will want to react with, you know. And it kind of goes the same with Twitter. Twitter's a little bit different. You know, you can definitely post clips and stuff to Twitter, but you also just, Twitter's a platform where you're so much more of a person than you are as, you know, the streamer. And it's crazy because people can go ahead and enjoy your tweets that aren't even from the gaming community. They might not even have any interest in your stream, but you know, that still can help you grow indirectly. So definitely make sure that you're active on all those social medias. Just make sure that you don't use them purely as promotion for when you're live, and rather use them as a way to promote your content and yourself. And if you guys do find any of these helpful, definitely let me know down in the comments below. If you think I missed anything, let me know down in the comments below. If you guys want to check out my stream, as I mentioned, it'll be down in the description, twitch.tv/quadruple. You guys are on youtube.com/quad, instagram.com/quad if you guys want to check me out on there, and twitter.com/quadruple. You know, go ahead and follow me on all those social medias. My Discord will also be down in the description. And yeah, I really am glad to be back posting videos. If you guys have any ideas for other tutorials that I can post, definitely let me know that as well. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. This has been Qwad, and I'll see you all later. Peace.